Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e homebrew game here on Lantern Light Adventures. My name is Mal. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be the game master for tonight. So let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Start with you, Silver.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. And today I will be playing Fenxiris Roxalar, who is a gem dragon-born rogue slash cleric. She uses she, her pronouns. I use the he, they pronouns.
Awesome. Levi.
Hello, I am Levi, and today I shall be playing Torsten Pinewalker, the half-elf armor artificer who both use he/they pronouns.
Tara.
Hi, I'm Tara. My pronouns are she, her, and tonight I'll be playing Merlin Hendrix, a chromatic dragonborn wizard whose pronouns are he, his.
And Jaden.
Hey everyone, my name is Siliqui Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me most places online as FatSapphicBro, and I will be playing the Tiefling Barbarian Grief. Grief uses he, they pronouns and also uses a combat wheelchair. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair IRL, so I like to use that in game. The combat wheelchair is designed by Mark Thompson, who you can find on Twitter at the username MustangsArt, and the info is also linked in our chat. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There is a link to our link tree in the chat that you can click. It will take you to all of our various social media pages so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. We will be starting a new project soon. We'll be playing a new modern magical fantasy game. We have been collaboratively building the world together using, I'm sorry, did you say street magic? Our world building session will be a Patreon exclusive. Then we will play our game using Montacook Games Cypher system here on Twitch. More information about this campaign will be coming soon. Thanks for joining us for Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e actual play. We stream this game most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Pacific. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, most Tuesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific, we stream An Empty Dream, our Girl by Moonlight actual play. Normally, we would not play this game next week as it's part of the last 7 days of the month, but we will be playing as we've been having a lot of scheduling conflicts lately. Most Wednesdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Pacific, we stream The Old Stories, The Breathing Mountain, our Old Gods of Appalachia actual play. As a warning, this is a horror game, so please take care of yourselves as needed. This week will be the finale of this campaign, so make sure you tune in to see how it all ends. Again, normally we'd not be streaming on the final 7 days of the month, but we need to make an exception due to scheduling issues, and we hope you'll tune in as we wrap up this campaign. We also record an audiocast after show for each of our games where we go over any necessary advancement steps and debrief from the game. You can listen to these for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. All of these after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions and support as it helps us continue to bring you awesome queer content. Just as a reminder, each month we take the last 7 days of the month off so that we can edit and prepare more content for y'all, as well as have a bit of a break to handle our day-to-day responsibilities. However, again, this upcoming week, we will be playing during our regularly scheduled Tuesday and Wednesday slots. And finally, in support of a free Palestine, we will be financially supporting a family through the Pass the Hat project. More information for that will be shared once we're assigned our family. Until then, there's a donation link for Doctors Without Borders on our page that you can support in the meantime. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you so much for those announcements. I want to echo come by for the finale of Old Gods. I'm excited for that. Awesome. So last we left you all, you had managed to join back up with Elric and Billy Bob Bones. They had seemingly come on a long journey. You thought, maybe they were gone, maybe they were dead, but they managed to survive the attack on Zarkan and made their way up here, mostly at Billy's behest, because he wants to finish the things he has started. So you have most of you have kind of integrated yourself into the camp here. There is a restoration camp at the base of a massive giant castle, as in a castle for giants, made of ice and stone, far too large, but it seems below it in some sort of cavern, they have collected this hoard that has been brought from all across the realms to this place. And it is being guarded by a white dragon. You have learned some things. Notably, you know that the keeper of the White Crown is somewhere around here. Have not seen them, but you've seen their lieutenant, Lucinda, who wears white armor and has partially white dragon scales on her face. You also saw a society wizard here, specifically one from Crescent, but got the idea that maybe she's more than just a wizard. So, but did not catch her name, but I saw her going about her duties in the castle. You are now all in the base camp, mingling amongst the cultists, seemingly having fit in. What would you like to do?
Hey, y'all, are they on high alert? What's happening in there?
No one's no one's really made a start yet. Uh, we are still trying to fly casual at the moment.
It's a good choice. Good choice. What is the situation in there, Billy? What are we looking at? What can we do here?
I am not 100% certain. We are certainly outnumbered, but I was hoping you would have a better idea. I've grown a little weary on my trip. Sorry, I do not have the exuberance or the mind for planning.
Gotcha. Well, it's hard to tell. Like I'm worried about going in there and spoiling our visit. So I can't see exactly what the situation is in there. So I don't want to make any plans here. But can we start luring people away? Is that an option? Maybe reduce their numbers one at a time, or a handful at a time at least.
Is that possibly take out one of the more high-ranking people? Yeah, it'd be tough to do that with any discretion, but thinking in broad strokes here.
Also, we're still close to where the dragon is, correct, Jim?
Yes, the GM, so not the GM, the dragon is in a seems to slumber in the Horde, which is in a cavern immediately under this castle.
The GM is sitting directly on top of the Horde.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Guarding it, like sitting squat on it, like it's mine.
So I kind of want to know what, if anything, I overhear people talking about, anything that might be helpful while we're kind of hanging out in this area.
Yeah,
Any existing problems? Sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. I would say that is definitely an insight or perception check.
That's a beautiful nat 20.
A nat 20.
And I add 5 to perception, so 25.
Nice.
You are listening around. It's getting towards the end of the day, and workers are coming out of the fortress back to base camp. It seems like they don't stay in there. They're just moving things, reinforcing things. That's kind of the work you've been given, hey, shore up this wall, make sure that it's stable, stuff like that. And a lot of workers have these same kind of chores. But you start hearing rumors that there's supposed to be some sort of announcement tonight as everyone is gathered for the evening meal.
Hey, Fen, it sounds like there's going to be some sort of announcement tonight during the evening meal.
Okay. Did they seem excited about it? Or did they seem about it? Or even better, disappointed?
What was the vibe, Jim?
The vibe is a little bit of an excitement. You get the impression that most of these workers have been here for a while and haven't heard much about what this is for. They know that they are gathering the Horde and this Horde is an offering, but this is not the place where the offering will be made. So what's the plan from here? No one really knows, except for the higher
Mhm.
echelons who do not really mingle amongst the rest of you.
Okay.
But it seems someone let slip that some people are supposed to be gathered to make sure people are gathered together. There seems to be a little bit of excitement and buzz in the air about it, especially amongst the most loyal.
All right. I'll pass that all along.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem rather excited. So doesn't seem like they're getting a lot of information about what they're doing or where this offering is going to be made.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
maybe we all reconvene and try to join the evening meal gathering.
Sounds like a good plan.
I can, okay, hear me out just real quick. These people are pretty crazy. Agreed?
Yes.
The offering could be the peons. That could seem exciting to the
Shit.
non-peons. So I don't know if we want to be at the banquet necessarily.
That thought did occur to me.
Oof. Okay.
But I mean, we should maybe keep an eye on that. We should be aware of what is going on in the evening, but I don't know if we want to be at the table, is my thought. I can't be at the
That's
table
fair.
anyways, but I'd just be watching from a distance anyways. But
I mean, if I save up my resources, I can get out of there pretty quickly. If we really want some eyes and ears in the room.
yeah, that might be the way to go. I also don't necessarily think we should just wait until evening, though. But I don't.
Should we
Maybe
should
we
we
should
do
reconvene and talk a little bit more comfortably.
Copy that. And then Torsten is going to like turn to the reoccurring minion that he's been talking to. It's like, hey, I'm gonna take a smoke break real quick.
Okay. I'll be back soon. So they made mac and cheese and that goes quick, so be sure to be back.
Yeah. Oh, good call, good call. And then we'll make his way out.
All right. Give me a stealth check as you do.
Okay.
I would say you can make a charisma stealth check if you want to, or persuasion if you're proficient.
It, let's see. Persuasion is the same number, but not a disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, you can do that.
I will. I don't want to stay at a 7, so I will use my flash of genius to make that a 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, you managed to dip out without anyone really looking twice at you. As far as you're aware, anyway.
Yeah, Torsten will just make his way out of camp to reconvene with Fen. And like on the way, try to notice like, is there anything that could be like sabotage? Like if we are, if there's like walls that need to be shored up or vehicles that need to prepare in need of repair, kind of stymie those plans. Kind of sow a little bit of chaos. See anything that would help that angle.
Okay. What should I ask you for here? What kind of tool proficiencies do you have?
I got carpenters, smiths, thieves, and tinker's tools.
Do a carpenter's check. We'll say it's an intelligence plus your proficiency.
Sweet. The roller will say investigation, but that's the same modifier.
Yeah.
23.
23. This place is ancient. and crumbling. Your surprise is in as good a condition as it is, considering that the giant magic has not been maintained or anything like that. There is one failure point for this whole contraption, and that is that there is a massive causeway that goes between these outer ice walls and into the main part of the castle, the main keep. It's absolutely massive, but it is crumbling in multiple places. They are working really hard to shore it up. But you think a few good strikes and a few good locations could crumble this causeway.
Yeah, Torsten will, if the connection's still up, will relay all that to Fen.
Okay. Okay, we can work with that. Does it look... You're a builder. Does it look magic resistant, or does it look just generally fragile to everything?
I mean, a lot of the magic that kept us up has been hasn't been kept up, but I don't know if knowing if these people would even be able to re-up that kind of thing. It's not their MO.
Okay.
Uh,
Not that I have access to it, but a well-placed fireball might do the trick then.
oh yeah. Yeah, does it look to be made of any particular material, or is it mostly like wood and stone?
The causeway is mostly wood and stone. Definitely some stone shaping was involved to basically form smaller pieces of stone into larger, more decorative ones. To suit probably whatever giant built their aesthetic. But it is still mostly stone. Most of the runic magic you've seen, most of the giant stuff you've seen was inside the castle. It was all over the columns. You don't speak giant, so it's hard for you to like discern what exactly the purpose of that was. But you know a thing or two. You get the guess that it might be either structural or add some sort of enchantment to the building itself.
Yeah, if we focus on that, then that'll be enough to slow them down a little bit, at least for a few weeks. So nothing else that might help us out.
Okay. Merlin, I can't imagine any. Well, Merlin or Billy, I guess. Do you either of you have powerful enough fire magics to cause a lot of damage in a short burst?
Merlin has Fireball
Yeah, that'd do it.
at the 5th spell slot level.
Okay. I'm not saying we do it right now. Sorry, Billy.
No, Billy doesn't actually speak up, but since you're on the party line, Elric does, and he says, for one shot, I can bring down fire."
Oh, okay. All right. Didn't know clerics were capable of that, but that's interesting. Okay.
Well, when you worship a forge god, it helps.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So I mean we could do this one of two ways. We could either just get outside, bring the heat now, put a very big damper in their dinner plans, or we wait to see what the announcement is, see if we can learn anything. And then depending on what goes down, we sneak out and then puts a hamper on their plans. Because I mean, something big might go down tonight.
Yeah, be useful supposed to recon.
Yeah, I'm inclined to want to get as much information as we can.
Same. It'd
Okay.
be interesting to see what the announcements are.
Okay. So we want to see what's going on at dinner. But I also do think we should probably do some destruction on the way out. Hopefully
Definitely.
stealthily.
Hmm.
I mean, clearly they are building up to something and they need to be slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So yeah, you can easily make your way back. Fen, it still sounds like you're hanging out around the outskirts of here. Give me another stealth check since you've been
Sure.
hiding for a while.
Hiding, 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 hiding.
I'll say do so at advantage. No one's really looking for you.
Nah, that's fair. Oh, slightly better. Okay. That would be a 27 to stealth.
That's plenty.
Yes. Versus the 23. That's what I meant by slightly better.
Amazing. Rogue shit.
Yep.
Rogue shit.
You can make your way back to the base camp, to the main mess area where they're eating. They have one hall that's kind of dedicated to this task, adjacent to barracks. Torsten, you sit down and Joe he says, I saved you a bowl, and gives you a bowl of mac and cheese.
Ah, shit. Thanks, man.
Yeah, told you it runs out fast, but you're new. I won't do this every time.
Oh, of course, of course. When expected to.
Is there anything y'all want to do before we get to anyone you want to talk to or see or do?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do something I haven't been doing, and it's stupid of me not to do. I'm gonna reach both hands into the bag of tricks and just toss a couple of them right next to me.
Okay.
That's 3. And it's a 5. So a 3 and a 5. Hold on. Figure out what those were.
Weasel?
Badger
Badger, okay.
and a panther.
Oh,
Badger and a
okay.
panther appear beside me. And yeah, basically I'm gonna tell them, all right, we're gonna keep an eye on the entrance. I'm going to disappear tonight, somewhere in there. But if you hear my voice, if you hear me in your head, you're gonna come cause a ruckus. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. The panther actually, it kind of adapts to the environment it's in. You get a snowy leopard.
Ooh.
Yeah. The badger's fine. He's good.
Oh, it's a honey badger. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
All the rest of you, you are eating your food, waiting patiently. Eventually, Lucinda, that lieutenant, she steps on the stage, followed by a couple of higher ranking cult members who seem to be, you've seen them around. They mostly like guard and watch and supervise. But she kind of takes the stage and she calls for everyone's attention as another figure steps up in front of this hall, and clad in all white, but not the normal cult robes, more of a custom set of armor, leather armor than anything else, is a dwarven man who comes up here, and he has like this white gold circlet around his head, and his voice kind of booms through here. He says, I want to first begin by thanking you all for your devotion to our queen. Your work has made everything here possible, and a new world is on the horizon. Now, you all must be wondering what it is you're doing here. As you can see, we have gathered a offering worthy of the queen of chromatic dragons. a horde that no other dragon in this land could ever imagine having. But we are far away from the place where our queen will re-enter this world and begin a new age. But this is no ordinary castle. This castle, now perched here in the mountains and in the snow and the ice, once flew high in the sky, attacking dragons, ruling over this domain. But now it is ours. Allies from across the globe have come here to help us reclaim, refurbish, and ultimately get this fortress back into the air. No one will stop us moving this offering to the Temple of the Dragons. And tonight, we begin the rituals. We begin to power this fortress. And you actually hear crumbling. You feel the ground vibrate. And by morning, we will be in the sky. Now, most of you will not be selected for this particular mission. It will be only the upper echelons. You will remain here to break down camp and continue on with our holy endeavors. Is that all understood? And you hear shouts of glory to the queen and various other shouts in acknowledgement. But you feel that vibration ever subtly. It ripples in the cups. You feel it in your bones. Fen, you feel this vibration. The snow begins to, like sand on one of those sound plates, it begins to form patterns as you feel the vibrations.
God, Mr. Badger, it's T-Rex. Oh, no, wait, sorry. This is a different thing.
And he says one last thing. He says, report to Lucinda, and she will tell you your postings. And he sees himself off. And you can see clearly they are making their way quickly back towards the fortress.
Can y'all see which part of the fortress is starting to rumble more than the others? Like where you're at, is that splitting off?
Yeah.
You can, from your perspective, you are all inside the mess hall. It's way too cold to have an outdoor mess area. So, you can maybe peek your head out and see, but you don't see any signs of separation. And then you can see the fortress. It's pretty present here. You don't see any separation that you can see from a distance. It seems whatever's happening is very early in the process.
Okay.
With the little tour that we got, is there anywhere that we saw that would be ideal for this kind of ritual to take place?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
That is a 24.
A 24. You're thinking about this, and now that you have this piece of information, you would need some central location, not only one to begin a ritual like this, but also pilot something like this. You would need someplace high up with a clear view that can see everywhere. You get the impression that one of the upper levels of this fortress is probably the center of that magic, and all these runes are just extending that magic out to various parts of the fortress and its foundations. Billy, I think, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna make my way out of the mess hall.
Okay.
And go outside.
Yeah. You can see people are being given orders. Some of them are even beginning to, you see that Lucinda is there telling people what to do. Some people are coming away disappointed. Most people are that they are not chosen to go onto the fortress. but eventually she tells some underling, like hands some underling a list and makes her way over to the causeway behind her, behind the dwarf that you saw.
Hey, I'm thinking about how to be a real jerk right now. Do any of you have the ability to make a creature that is not you invisible?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, well,
You know.
could still maybe make it work. So I've got a badger friend out here. I wanna send them underneath the treasure and dig a hole. And dig a hole until they have pierced through the layer of the fortress, so that once they hit sky, their treasure is gonna start leaking out.
Brilliant.
This is a brilliant plan. It's also the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I love it. This is so cartoony. Like,
let's Bugs Bunny this. I can
Possibly one of you can like carry Mr. Badger in.
Merlin would volunteer to do that.
I can also use haste to make it harder to catch and be able to work quicker at that.
Yes.
How long
like
does
it.
that last? It's only a minute, so we can at least make it get to the treasure faster.
Which is fair. Hey, I mean, it needs to get. They are going to need to get underneath the treasure quickly, because the White Dragon is, from what I understand from your reports, White Dragon's keeping an eye on that treasure. So
Indeed.
they need to get underneath the treasure and hide it. Maybe we hide the badger in a treasure offering. To that I say,
Ooh.
GM, do I see any like carts or anything out here with stuff that hasn't made its way in yet?
give me a perception check. This will also
For
act as a
sure.
type of luck check.
Oh, Christ.
2 questions, GM. Is the badger going to have to make like an ability roll or an attack roll?
Yes.
Okay. Are they considered a creature?
Yes.
Okay, cool. If I can find a way to get to it, I want to use bolstering magic on it,
Oh, okay.
which will give
that
it a little buff.
The perception check was 18.
18. You look around, you do not see anything that you think. You're looking around and you realize that they have loaded everything onto this before they began.
That makes sense.
All the carts are like parked empty. In fact, you are looking and you see that they are now guarding the entrance towards the fortress itself.
Of course they are.
Of course. Okay. I get it. You'll have to hide the badger in like a coat or something in order to get them in there. I don't know. I mean, like they're probably going to take off. We still can do some major damage out here, but I don't know if that's structural or if it's just going to make it so that they're more easy to raid in the sky. So that's
right. Who has the bag of holding right now?
Oh, good call.
I do.
Okay. So, Grief, if we get the badger in the bag of holding, that gives us about 10 minutes to get back to the entrance, and we can attempt to say, "Hey, we're your relief." At least get to the entrance.
Certainly worth a try.
Billy kind of pipes up and says, I don't want to step on your plan, but I might have an alternative plan in case this one does not work. But both of these plans require us to get onto that fortress. I will state first and foremost.
Okay.
Now, anything that can be moved can be crashed.
Hmm.
Yes. Accurate. Okay.
So if we can't burrow out the treasure, maybe, just maybe, we just launch this thing into the side of a mountain. And I have, and like you might be asking, how will you survive that? We may not, but I do have something I never thought I would need. Um, I have some potions from a spurious young fellow who I met on one of my adventures, and he said these can turn you into a fart. I think he was kidding, but I can turn us into gas.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's a lot less gross.
we can jump out if we need to.
Hmm.
Of course, it's a last resort. I don't know where we'll end up.
Okay. So I need basically y'all need to stay in there, and I need to get my butt on into the fortress and hiding inside the fortress is what I'm understanding.
Mhm.
Okay.
We could, instead of the badger, we could get you into the bag of holding, uh, and
Wh-
we could theoretically hide out until it makes more progress.
Uh, I mean, I do have some acid guard armor I could wear,
Mhm.
and I'm looking over at the guards. I don't think I recognize them, so they're not going to recognize me.
Mhm.
And it's not like they're going to be like, "Hey, judge all gem dragonborns based on this one gem dragonborn." They don't know. I
Mhm.
haven't seen a warrant out for my arrest. Uh, so yeah. Uh,
This plan is bananas, Billy.
yes, it is.
End of the
Okay.
world stuff.
I'll see y'all inside in a second, I think. And yeah,
Wait,
I'm gonna
Grief is
yep.
gonna put his hand on your arm, and do bolstering magic. Be careful. Bolstering magic will give you for 10 minutes, you can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check and add the number rolled to the d20. I don't know what a d3 is, but
It's a d6 divided by 2.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh
Do I
rounded
roll that or
up.
does she roll that? I think she rolls that when she's
Yeah.
ready.
yeah.
Cool.
I'm also that's a good thought, and also guidance. Just real quick here. D3 and a D4. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Badger, you with me? Snowy, you here too?
And
All
you
right.
get like just like it has gotten into a tree and is just looking down on you. Like
Actually, that's a good point. And Snowy, find a way stealthily inside. Get it? I think I see a window over there. Maybe can you climb up to a tree and get there?
I will give you the geography of this place again. There are massive spiked ice walls surrounding
Yes.
a central keep that's further
Okay.
in. On the other side of those massive spiked ice walls is a frozen river that goes down probably 30 feet that has been
Okay.
dug into like a moat. But
Yeah.
and there is one single causeway that goes from your side
Yeah.
into the fortress.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So, Snowy, you're gonna have to come with me. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna pretend I'm a druid. It'll be fine. It's great. uh, and yeah, I'm gonna waltz on up with my lovely animal companions. Uh, hey,
You yeah, you come up to this, you say, "Hey." What you see in front of you is two guards, four of these like white draconic guard drakes that are just kind of like patrolling across the causeway. And you see that Lucinda is standing here keeping an eye on things. Um, The guard kind of looks to you and says, what you looking for?
I was sent to come up here and help out where I can. Something about you're wrapping up camp. That's what I heard.
You hear a loud crack from probably somewhere further down. A rock falls onto the frozen river.
Oh, I think I hear why. This place is breaking here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to launch. Did you not hear? Go back to the mess hall. Essential personnel only.
Okay, to the mess hall I go. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, you mean that? Okay, you want me to have Snowy and Mr. Badger here hang out inside the entrance here?
Are you asking the
They're my
guard?
companions.
No, take
Well,
those things with you.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
All right,
what
great.
the hell? Why would I don't want them.
You said essential personnel. I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
You see Lucinda's just kind of eyeing you, like sizing you up, like not sure who you are, what you're doing here, but notices the acid guard armor and is just looking at you.
Yeah. Okay. If they can come with me, I'll head down to the mess hall right now and find out what my orders are. Thank you.
And again, as you're walking, you hear more of these cracks. They are increasing in frequency. You can feel the air like kind of you can feel like the hair at the back of your neck just kind of like starting to lift as you feel the static charge in the air with the magic that's being utilized in this space.
It's that's gonna be fun. Uh, um, so I'm inside right now. Who's giving out orders in the mess hall?
One of the people who've been acting as like a foreman, just one of the other cultists, who also has gotten the word that he is not part of the essential personnel. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. And he's like, sorry, so I understand. I'm also not going on. It's fine. Don't like, we're all in this together. We're all gonna get through this.
Sorry.
Look, it's for the glory of our great and powerful Queen Tiamat. We do what we're supposed to do, right? They make the decisions. We do what we need to do, right? And he's trying to mitigate like a crowd that has like gathered around him, like, you know, they want to get on.
All right. Okay. Group question. Are y'all going up to find out orders, or are you just going to find hiding spots?
Torsten probably will. At the very least, it's good to know where he should quote unquote be.
Merlin will find out what the orders are and also shine his staff.
I'm outside taking a smoke break
Okay.
with my pipe.
Okay. Torsten, you come up to this exasperated foreman. He says, look, I just have a list of names that can go on. What's your name?
Wilhelm.
I don't see a Wilhelm. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Probably new, makes sense.
You know, just honestly, we probably can't really do much until morning. I would suggest just, you know, resting. I think we've broken into the ale provisions. So please avail yourself of those. Calm down. It's gonna be glorious. We're gonna watch the castle go into the sky, and we're going to have a good time.
All right.
You get the sense that he only half believes this, and he's just trying to make everyone happy.
Exactly.
Okay, I need your help here, Torsten. Do you see our friend that Wait, did we fill you in on this? There's a guy inside here that I told very distinctly not to rejoin his cult. He does not listen, but he will recognize me.
Torsten will then, in your mind, describe Joe.
Uh, yep, that's the guy. Do you see Joe anywhere? Has he already gotten his orders, or is he waiting in line?
Good question.
You see Joe is just in the mess hall, and he's like, oh, he you can tell he's a little like saddened, but he's just trying to eat his food.
No, still hanging back. Want me to just run distraction?
I mean, I guess keep an eye. If he sees me, it's all up. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna start hiding in the shadows again, like I usually do. That's what's gonna have to happen. Okay. Um, uh, hey, Snowy. Um, we're gonna have to hide amongst the walls. Okay. All right. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna find some good hiding spots. I'm walking casually around the halls, but when I see people, but I'm also like looking for a good hiding spot as I'm going
It's
because
starting. Go ahead.
I can't go to the mess hall right now for sure.
Yeah. It's starting to get dark, and uh your your panther kind of quietly just like leaps onto one of the buildings and is softly prowling on the soft snow on top of it from building to building, kind of keeping out of sight, but still well within range of your allies.
Good. Good. I'm gonna kind of scoop Mr. Badger up and just put him in my shirt. Not trying to hide him, just kind of hanging out there. Uh, okay. Good hiding spot. Good hiding spot for the night. And yeah, I'm just like looking around, investigating this area, trying to find a good spot to hide while not giving away my purpose to anyone in the hallway. And hoping not to run into the red dragonborn lady that we've met before.
Oh, yeah, she is somewhere around here, but you know she was pretty high up. She might be in the fortress already. So, um, go ahead and give me another stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, Jimmy. That would be a 31.
A 31?
Yep.
Okay. This armor has a hood. You managed to just like keep the hood on you. I mean, it's cold enough. No one really questions a hood. Um, yeah, you managed to just always stay out of not Joe, John's eye line. So as you get into this mess hall,
Okay.
I think Billy says in your head at this point, he says, well, folks, what is the course of action? I am, you know me, I'm always rearing for a full frontal assault.
No, not with like, I don't know how many people are here. Hundreds?
Well, most of them are unarmed and probably would break their arms in a sword fight. So, but if we rush the gates, they can't all catch us.
I mean, there's only like 6 creatures total in any kind of guard position. So just bust through. Uh, do we just dive right in?
I mean, it sounds very risky, but also we need to get on there. So I guess we go for it. So we've definitely established the mess hall is not going flying, right?
No.
Have we figured out at this point how much of the structure is going to go flying? If we can find like an edge case.
I would say that you are starting to see fissures now form at the base of this ice wall. And you get the impression that things are starting to lift up just ever so slightly, enough to create these fissures. The space camp is well within on the other side of those fissures.
Gotcha.
How many people are
Okay.
standing guard?
There was 2 guards with 4 guard drakes, and also Lucinda was standing on the causeway watching things.
Okay.
All right. One thing. Once we get across, we're already across the causeway, or we need to get across the causeway?
You need to get across the causeway.
Okay. So we're gonna do this. Merlin, once we're all across the causeway, you need to take it out so that they can't follow once we rush.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I could
Alright.
attempt a charm person on these guards, but I don't think it's with Lucinda watching. That's my concern.
Yeah. I mean, if charm person her, then that'd be a good way to find a way in. If we're still attached to the quiet route, but
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like if we are willing to just fight them, then I can at least try it. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But I'm also fine if we just want to jump into things.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm fine.
hey, we're all dressed for it. We could just claim they said we were on the list and add it to your charm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
as you prepare to do so, let's go ahead and take our break. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Stick around. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome back. Last we left off, y'all were trying to figure how to get onto the causeway and into the fortress, because that's both of your plans hinge on that one detail. So, what is the current plan?
Is there someone on this side of the causeway that's guarding it?
Yes, they are all. Everyone I described is on this end of the causeway. So you have Lucinda, both the
Drakes.
both of the
Okay.
cultist guards and 4 guard drakes.
We'll shoot.
I believe Grief, you were saying you were going to try and charm Lucinda.
Well, I can only charm up to 2 people at once because it's only a 2nd level. And so I'm trying to figure out if it's like if Lucinda is going to stand there the whole time and like watch them, or if she's just going to eventually go away and let them do their job and I can just try to charm them.
Go ahead and give me a quick perception check, as you can kind of see
Okay.
towards the causeway where she is, and she's one of the few that wears white around here. So,
That's only an 8.
well, you at least see that Lucinda isn't moving from her post. It seems that she is taking up guarding.
Torsten, did you get a good look at that list?
Did I? I don't imagine that I did.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it looked like it was just names, because I'm assuming they would replicate the list. And it would just, if it was names on one, it's probably just names on the other. Because here's my thought. Hear me out.
Mhm.
Let's look for people who are stoked. Find out what their name is. Bring those names to the guards. Say we're those people.
I mean, if they were on the list, they probably would have went right away.
Possibly.
Mhm.
GM, I'm looking around the mess hall right now. Is anyone looking super psyched?
Not a single person. Everyone
Hey.
who's in here has already been told that they're not going.
A little slow on that uptake. All right.
Yeah, I'm like we can try to cozy up to Lucinda, but I don't know.
That'd be tough. Yeah.
I think we kind of have to do the direct route.
Yep.
This is gonna stink.
This is not ideal.
Okay. The direct read it is. What's the formation? Who's going first?
Torsten's good to go first.
Okay.
But we also, I mean, like, we should test to find out if we can get through just by saying, yeah, we were told we were supposed to board.
Good call. Good call.
Okay. You come up to this causeway and you can feel that the wind in this causeway is different because of the deep chasm and the fact that whatever magic is being done here is starting to, the wind is picking up. It seems to be swirling the air around here. You come up to the causeway, Torsten, first, and is everyone in tow? Like, are y'all going as a group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say they see you, Fen, and say, I already told her that if you're not on the list, you can't get in. It's essential personnel only.
Yeah. One of the others, I think he had like some bad mac and cheese. Had a he was out. So I managed to work with the foreman, see if we could get her on the list, because that one guy is he's not going to be available for a few hours, if you know what I'm saying.
Give me a deception check. You can do so at advantage.
How's an 18?
He rolled a 19. So, on his insight, he says, look, I know everyone wants to be on here, but really, like, it's not going to work. Only essential personnel. That orders come from the top. And you see Lucinda's like looking, and she's kind of pulled back her robe a little bit to have a little bit more access to her sword.
Torsten's just going to raise his hands like, all right, I get it. I know there's a lot of limited space, and he'll start to turn around, and then Thunder Gauntlet out, and then like backwards elbow Lucinda.
Okay. Okay. She's a little bit further back from.
Okay. Or this guard rather.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That you can easily do.
Yeah.
Let me move a couple things here, and then we'll get a little map going.
Map time.
Yeah. And then we'll get into some initiative. So you can all see what's going on. Your little jaguar has gotten up on one of the higher points to have a better view of what's going on here.
Nice. Good choice.
So, Torsten, go ahead and roll an attack against this first guard who's come
All
up to you.
right. Let's see here. Gauntlets. 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Are these tiny little things the cute little drakes? Oh no! I know they're very dangerous, but I'm saying,
Yeah,
on the map they're cute.
They're medium-sized dogs, like size. They're like German Shepherd size.
They're smooth dogs. And that is 6 thunder damage against this fella.
Okay. As we do that, I'm gonna ask all of you to roll initiative.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's not bad.
20.
20 from Merlin.
Interesting. I think I also, hang on, let me check. Yep, also a 20.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that Fen is gonna go first, so I'll put you at 20.1.
I got a +5 on my initiative, so
yeah. Torsten.
A whopping 12.
12. All right, Grief.
16.
16. Excellent. Okay. We now begin combat.
Huh.
Beginning with Lucinda, who rolled a 24 on her initiative. So, what is she going to do? She's going to pull her short sword. She's going to step forward here, and she is going to stab at Torsten first.
Ugh.
I've never foreseen this.
That is a 19 to hit.
That does it.
Okay, so that is a lot of damage. It's initially 9 piercing damage, and then another. It's 23 damage total, unless you have resistance to particular things.
Any bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing is reduced by 3 from non-magical weapons.
Okay, so it is 9 piercing out of it. So reduce that. Yeah, you just reduce it by 3. So yeah. Yeah, her +2 piercing damage is 3. So you can just always remove 3 from the attack.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good boy.
As you feel that she is somehow imbuing her sword with ice. And she's going to make, well, actually, she should have made that attack at advantage, but that's neither here nor there.
Sorry, what was the total?
23.
Okay, so yeah, just 20 damage total.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
So second short sword is 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
For another 15 damage, and you reduce that to 12.
Sweet. Owie.
Yeah. Yikes a doodle.
And she has like pulled down her mask, has her hood up in this on this causeway. As this battle begins, you see that runes are beginning to glow on the castle in the distance on the outside now. Whatever's happening is continuing to happen, and we continue with initiative here. And we come to Billy Bob. What's he gonna do? All right, he's gonna come up and try and hit this guard. He's first gonna do his form of dread. He's looking pretty sickly and pale as is, but he looks even more skeletal and such. And then he's going to make his first attack. Well, his only attack. Where is it? I'm trying to get used to the character sheets here. All right. Let me just do it on D&D Beyond. Pardon me. Sorry. I haven't played these characters in a minute, so.
Also, if it ends up being too annoying trying to run Elric, I can always go back to running him for combat at least.
Okay.
Or if anyone else wants to, that's fine too.
Okay. He gets +8 to hit. So that is only a 12 against this guard, which I do not believe is going to hit. Nope. 12 does not hit. So he says, just move out of the way and let us in. There won't be a problem. And stabs, like it's like swishing his rapier around. So that's Billy's turn. Fen, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. So Fenn's gonna run about 15 feet diagonally here, and turn and get in a weird angle, aiming for this Drake and the guard, but keeping my friends safe. It's time to get in their minds with a psychic blast.
Ooh, okay. What's the save on that?
As Billy said, let us in. And hang on. The save, I want to say it's a Constitution, but let me check real quick. Do. Breath weapon. Oh, no, it's a Dex save. Interesting. DC 14 Dex save.
All right. The Drake does not save. Neither does this first guard.
Nice.
And let me just make sure. This is not charmed or frightened, so that doesn't help her. Cool.
So that is Sadly, on a 2d10, only 8 damage.
Okay, but all three of them are going to take that full 8 damage. So,
Okie doke. And then I am going to bonus action disengage so that I can keep on running. 5, 10, 15. Whee!
fantastic. Anything else for you, Fen?
I
Oh,
can't order them to do anything, but
they are going to act within
wait.
their nature, and you have been communicating to them already.
Yes.
This panther is going to leap down from this high point,
Yeah.
and this snowy leopard that I don't think any of you were actually aware was around is going to leap down and attack this guard drake.
Sweet deal.
I can roll for that. I have the sheet here if you don't mind.
Go for it.
All right. I don't think an 11 will hit this thing. Nope,
No,
its
probably not.
AC is 14. So nope.
Okay.
Okay, well that's the at least the scrapping with one of these. They've kind of tangled up in each other and are fighting each other.
Nice. Snowy, good to see you.
Merlin, it is your turn.
Yes, Merlin would like to do magic missile on this guard in front of him,
Okay.
and that's 6 darts. So I rolled that a little earlier and I got 18 total.
18. All right. Yeah, that just hits. So yeah, you pummel this guard and he's just like doubles over as like hit after hit after hit comes at him from these magic missiles. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay. All right. We got a guard drake here, which is going to run up and it's going to attack you, Merlin. You are the closest. So it makes 2 attacks, one with its mouth and one with its tail. Does a 12 hit you, Merlin?
No, it does not.
And a 10 will not either. So these guard drakes are just like, I feel like you're like, your robes are a lot bigger than you are. And so you're just like, kind of moving and like distracting them with part of your robes, like, get down. As this dog-sized dragon thing is trying to bite at you. Grief, it is your turn.
All right. Do we do flanking rules here?
I don't remember, but I like flanking, so let's do it.
All right, then I will move right here and attack her,
Fantastic.
which gives me advantage, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. 21 on that.
That'll do it.
That's 16 damage. I should have raged first, but I'll rage now.
Okay. Let me pull up that rage list.
It's 10 for rage.
10. A unicorn materializes to aid you for 1d8 turns. Go ahead and roll that d8 for me.
Yeah. Unicorn. That's new.
More creatures on the field.
That's an 8, baby.
Action economy.
You got 8, so it's going to stay for 8 rounds.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, if this opens for me. All right. All right. A unicorn appears right in front of you as you rage your axe. You rage as you like lay down this new axe that you have. And it like rips a seam in reality almost as your magic surges through it. This magic of portals and gates, and you open up something to a celestial realm, and out pours this unicorn, glowing and bright in the snow, and it says, "Sup."
Hey, bro. Welcome. Welcome to the fight.
Good to
See
be
this-
here.
See this real angry white lady? We call her Karen. Can you Help us take care of that.
Yeah, she looks like she sucks.
She definitely sucks.
Can we name the
Also,
unicorn manager?
also, GM, if we can backtrack a tiny bit and add +3 to the damage I did because I forgot to add that from my.
All right. That's the
Oh no,
three
I
to-
was not raging first. Never mind.
correct.
I raged
But you
after.
but you
But I'll do my
still have your
second attack now.
Yeah.
Second attack. Yeah.
Let's see. 15.
15 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, that is both attacks, bonus action, movement. I'm good.
Okay.
Unicorn, check.
Unicorn check. It rolled into initiative. It got 8 on its initiative, so it'll act a little later. All right, now we got some guards here. So many options to pick from. Has path tactics at least.
Attack Lucinda. You know you want to.
You have nothing to lose by your chains.
Let's roll that again. So 5 on the first one, 23 to hit. Does that hit you, Torsten?
That sure does.
That'll be for 9 slashing damage.
Reduce to 6.
Well, it's a combo of slashing and for this one, fire. So
Okay.
yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
And that was just the first attack. So second attack. I don't think either one of those will hit. So
excellent.
10 and 11 do not hit. So
Nah.
yep. Cool.
Groovy.
All right, this other guard sees a freaking unicorn show up and is going to try and attack the unicorn. Does is not within 5 feet of an ally. Oh, nope. Lucinda's on the other side, so it does get advantage on this unicorn. 14 to hit. Does that hit the unicorn? Yes, it does. For cool. Now I got to know unicorn stats on top of the things I prepared for. For 9, yeah, that was 9 damage. So 23 will definitely hit the unicorn for another 7 damage. And he's like, man, these guys really suck. And he's as he like rears up both, like the unicorn like rears up and lets out this loud neigh, and
They want dragons to take over the world.
man, dragons suck. All right, we got another one of these guard drakes here. Oh, this one's tussling with the panther. So 10 to hit the panther. I don't think it does.
I don't believe. No, armor class 12.
All right, gonna slam it with its tail. That's a 13 to hit
That does hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Snowy is still standing, but
Okay.
she's not looking great.
Okay. Now it is Torsten's turn again.
Alrighty, so let's see. So if Thunderwave is a 15-foot cube from me, it doesn't have to be like centered on me, right? I can center it here, and this would be legal.
Yeah. Yes, that is absolutely fine.
Wonderful. In which case, I will cast. What the heck? Let's call it a second level Thunderwave. So I will need this guard and Lucinda to make a Constitution. Constitution save.
That's a 10 for the guard.
Mhm.
And Lucinda, it gets a 10.
All right. So those both miss. They take 9 thunder damage and are pushed 5 feet back. As Grief accidentally summons a unicorn. He's like, You'll look to Billy. Did he do that before?
I've never seen that happen. I know some weird things have happened when Grief gets angry, but I ain't never seen that before.
Noted. Then bonus action will defensive field, getting some temp HP, and that's my turn. Or actually, I will move to. I want to do this, and we'll move back it into melee. So that's my turn.
All right, cool. It's now the unicorn's turn. It turns to you, Grief, and says, "Hey, do you know Gary? He's like a flump."
I do. We're quite well acquainted.
Family friend. Good to meet you. Like this is, and like we'll try and gore this Lucinda.
Love that all my magical effects know each other.
Oh crap, this thing has legendary actions. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, multi-attack. Unicorn makes 2 attacks, one with its hooves and one with its horn. So we'll go with the hooves first. All right. That's a 21 to hit for 13 damage. And a horn attack. 21 damage. That'll do it. For, well, no, 21 to hit for 6 damage. Sorry. And that'll be its turn. So that brings us to another guard drake. There are so many people in this combat.
So many.
This one's gonna run up to you, Grief. You are close enough, and it's gonna try and attack you with its bite. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 3 piercing damage. So you can 6 piercing damage. You can reduce that to 3. That's definitely a hit with a 23. So that's another 6 reduced to 3 bludgeoning. And now it is Elric's turn.
Elric. All
All
Kill
right.
some people. Elric.
Has anyone taken damage? Grief has taken some damage, right?
Torsten's taken.
I take it
Just
quite
now,
a bit.
but not much.
Taken quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, sweet old Snowy. No, it's fine.
He has something I wanted to use. What is it? He has protection from energy. It is touch. Okay. What he is going to do is he's going to come up to you, Torsten, and he is going to touch you and give you protection from energy, so that you are now resistant to cold damage.
Sick.
Unfortunately, that means that Elric cannot heal this round.
That's fine.
So, but you now have resistance on that. That is his action. So, yep, that's going to be it for Elric. Man, clerics. As a legendary action, it's gonna the unicorn is gonna use 2 of its legendary actions to add a shimmering shield. So it the unicorn and Grief are gonna get +2 AC until the end of the unicorn's next turn. And that's its legendary action. So cool. At the end of Elric's turn, we have one more of these guard drakes here. And this one's going to run at Bill. Oh, no, Fenn, you're right there. Never mind.
I am right there.
Yeah, I didn't see you there. 22 to hit.
Yeah, no, that's going to hit.
It opens its mouth and just like latches onto you as you take 5 piercing damage from that. And it swings its powerful tail at you for a 21 to hit.
For another, that also hits.
Another 4 bludgeoning damage.
Owie. All right.
Excellent. Now we are at the top of the round. It is Lucinda and says, "What the hell's going on here? Why are you attacking us? What? Like, she's so confused. And can she line this up? Oh yeah, she doesn't care who she hits. So
Oh boy.
what is this? This is range spell attack. Okay. That's not useful because she is completely in melee. Does she have spells? No. Ooh. All right. So she is going to turn to grief and just waylay on you. She gets advantage because she has an ally. A 20 to hit on that.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be, it is 8 piercing and 8 cold damage.
So the 8 piercing is halved because of rage, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And now her second attack is coming at you. 27 to hit,
Yeah.
which is a nat 20, actually. So coming at you with a bunch of numbers now. So
I see.
that is 11 piercing damage.
So 5?
Correct. 5 piercing. And then 21 cold damage.
All right.
And that will be her turn,
Thank goodness.
as it is now Billy Bob Bones' turn.
Billy,
Billy, got some people. Billy.
All right. He has 1 attack action, but he might have some spells. Let's see. Let's take a look at his character sheet. Okay. Oh, he can't touch. So many good spells are touch. Do y'all know that?
Yeah.
Who can he get to? Well, that Drake is going to, he'll move in. He's gonna let that Drake get a snap at him. That doesn't hit him. So Grief, he's going to touch you and he's gonna cast Death Ward. In fact, like as he reaches to touch you, and it's like a skeleton's hand reaches and grabs you, and you feel nothing but cold, but you are warded against death. If you drop to 0, you drop to 1 instead.
Fantastic.
At least I think that's what it does. Yes. Yeah. And that is up to 8 hours. So
Brad.
and that's going to be his turn, as he's now completely in the fray. So, Fen, it is your turn.
Yes, it is. All right. Rotating around a little bit here. And yeah, I'm gonna use my breath weapon again, like straight down the face of this Drake.
Okay.
Which should hit, I think, Lucinda and the Dragon Wing, and that should be the extent of it.
It's a cone or a line?
It is a cone.
Okay. Then yeah, that should hit them.
Yeah. And yeah. So
all right. That's dex saves.
Your enemies are all around you. Yes, dex save 14.
The guard saves with a 15.
Okay.
And Lucinda saves with a 17.
All right. What about the Drake?
The Drake fails with a 9.
Sweet. Okay. So that is 8 damage for the Drake and 4 damage for the other 2.
All right.
Oh, I need to track that I've used 2 of those. Breath weapon. And then, having done that, I am going to 5, 10, wait, so 10, 20, 10, 15, 20, 30, 25, 30. I know I'm, oops, no, wait, sorry, there. Heading towards the middle. And I know I'm incurring an attack of opportunity because I'm not disengaging. So Drake can take a swing at me for reasons.
Okay. Yep. It will take its reaction to do so. That's a 17 to hit.
Misses, thankfully.
Okay.
And once I'm here, I'm gonna as stealthily as I can, let the badger out of my shirt and say, "You know what to do. Go for the gold. Dig, dig, dig. Go." And send it scurrying across the bridge.
And it does scurry. I would say it bounds, but badgers don't really bound. You see it just like scuttle, like its way across.
And I'm just gonna take up as much like as I'm there. I turn back, taking up as much room as I can, so they can't really see beyond me. Normally, I'm trying to take up as little room as possible, but not right now.
Let's see how far the badger gets. It's so small, and it can move 40 feet
20?
if it
Oh, it can move
dashes.
40. Damn.
Yeah, it has a speed of 20. So
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. But yeah.
as it begins scuttling down the causeway.
Yep.
As you let out this badger, and it is now the end of your turn, you hear the batting of wings high up in the air.
Oh, yeah. Not surprising.
Merlin.
And then
Fen.
Snowy should probably do something.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Snowy should do something. Should attack this Drake. That's a 15 to hit, which I believe does hit these things. Yes. Finally.
Sweet.
Yep. And with a bite. Oh, claws don't do as much. Okay. Oh, we should have done its prone thing. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. It's fine now. Cool. All right. I think we're getting kind of close on time. Merlin, go ahead and do your turn.
Okay, Merlin would like to move here and cast Immolation against the queen.
Okay. We got to resolve this movement. Yeah, you can. All right. I will say you can move through these spaces and go through there, but you are going to incur. You can get here. You can get right here without incurring an attack of opportunity, except for this from this guard Drake. Yeah, because otherwise you would have to dash to like move around these people, and they all get attacks of opportunity. So this guard Drake is going to take a snap at you.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, then you're in the clear. So what spell are you wanting to cast against Lucinda?
Immolation.
Okay.
Let's see. The target must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Well, that has not been her strong suit, so that is a 16.
Dang it.
It saves.
Okay.
So
it saves, but it just takes half as much damage on a successful thing. So let's see. I got a 30, so 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay.
Woo!
As this spell goes off, you summon flames around her. She looks panicked for a second as she you see that she almost like lifts herself up off the ground as she spins her robes around to at least fight off some of these flames. Yeah, so she is also okay, she's also not on fire, so that's actually good for her. So okay. I think with that, I don't want to get too deep into combat. We have a whole bunch more to go. I think we're just going to stop here on Merlin's turn, and we are going to come back to this next time. I'll bring us to our main page as we come out of this battle. You'll just have to tune in next time to see the rest of this dramatic battle and maybe more battles to come. Thank you everyone for joining us. Let's go ahead and do our outros. Tell us about yourself. So we'll start with you, Silver.
Hi, everybody. I'm Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. If you go over to YouTube, you can see our back catalog of Capes and Caverns, which is a superhero-inspired Dungeons and Dragons overlay. And it's a lot of fun. Hopefully, I will get back to like completing it and get it out of its rough draft stage so that everyone can enjoy. But as far as that, like there is a season and a half up there right now. And once we get back to it Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Pacific, we should be playing right here on Twitch. And hopefully soon we will have new episodes of All the Web's a Stage, which is a short play podcast that I host. And you can find that wherever good podcasts are found. We have 30 plus episodes up right now. So,
Excellent.
that's me.
Levi.
Hello, I am Levi. I'm Levi97 on Twitter, and like the Gene at bluesky.social. I myself don't have much to promote, but on Tuesday, the backer kit for the Between will be dropping. We already hit the goal of 3,000 people sign up. So while I'm not officially involved, I will be shilling the heck out of that. If you like Penny Dreadful and Gothic monster fighting in Victorian London, then I would check that out and back that if you have the desire and or ability. That's me.
Awesome. Tara.
Hello, I'm Tara. You can find me playing Era of the Dragons most Sundays at 7:30 p.m. PST. I have nothing to promote, but thank you for watching.
Awesome. Jaden.
Hey friends, I'm Siliqui Jaden. You can find me everywhere online as FatSapphicBro. I mostly hang out on TikTok, make a variety of content. Feel free to follow me if you'd like. As for streaming, it's all the details are in the announcements, but for a nutshell, as we're here on Twitch most Sundays, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Pacific, most Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific, and most Wednesdays, 2 to 5 p.m. Pacific, all Pacific time, but not the last 7 days of each month. But next week, we will be here for 2 of those days. Complicated, I know, but all the details are in the announcements.
Awesome. And I'm Archangelic. You can find me here at all the time Siliqui said in the announcements. You can also find links for me on my website, archangelic.space. I'm also doing professional GMing on startplaying.games. I have a Space Mechs and Feelings Girl by Moonlight game up. If you want to do that, that's going to be on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and you can see all those links at startplaying.games/GM/archangelic. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube. The link is in our link tree and it's in our channel description. We also have a podcast version of this game. You can search up Era of the Dragons wherever you find good podcasts. We're going to be going into our Patreon supported after show shortly. You can find those at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. These will always be free, but your support would mean the world to us. I'm very behind on editing. There's a few over the next week. You're going to see a bunch posted. So if you join the Patreon at the free tier, you're going to get a whole bunch of content real soon. Thank you again to these wonderful players. Thank you all. Thank you to our wonderful audience for joining us. And lastly, thank you to our producer, Polly Guys, for helping us stream this show. We all appreciate you, and we couldn't do it without you. With all that said, we love you, and we hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Goodbye.